And happy Tuesday to a lot of people. Yeah, it is your Tuesday, but for me, it's my Friday, so I'm extremely happy for this afternoon. But overall, we're seeing the nice and cool temperatures the last couple of days. Today, a little bit warmer, about 5 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday. But thank you so much for joining in. I'm Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Jaden Knowles. Let's take a look outside and see how things are looking over towards the Eastern Plains. Holyoke, you can see the green grass there. Nice, luscious green grass. Lots of sunshine is out there as well. Even in Fort Morgan, look at those blue skies. Not a cloud in the sky. We really don't have a lot of cloud coverage in the forecast for this afternoon, but overall the warm temperatures are quickly making a return. So here's your history fact of the day. You know, I love a good history lesson, especially when you could tie in weather as well. On this day back in 1875, there were clouds of grasshoppers. They were seen flying through the air on the prevailing winds during each day. I mean, that is a scary sight. Luckily, that's not in the forecast for this afternoon, but back in 1875, that was in the forecast. Here's what we're tracking. Of course, the warmer temperatures really starting tomorrow and lasting to Thursday and also into the early parts of Friday. We're talking about maybe record-breaking heat. Some people getting back to the triple digits. So once again, I hope everyone really enjoyed these cooler temperatures that we've seen the last couple of days. Here's what we're expecting for this afternoon, though. 88 degrees as the high. Lots of sunshine. There is a slight chance for an isolated gusty shower, mainly south of the metro, but overall, I don't have a lot of rain in my forecast. Here's your highs across the entire state, the mid to upper 80s for the Eastern Plains, 60s and 70s in the high country. Then, of course, pretty steamy out there towards the western slope, the upper 90s. But the good news is today will be the day to really fight the fires that's ongoing towards the western slope. The humidity values has kind of raised a little bit. We're seeing the cooler temperatures. So overall, not a lot of gusty conditions out there as well. But as we head into tomorrow and, of course, Thursday, those chances for fighting fires will kind of lower just a little bit due to the humidity values as well as the temperature. But as I mentioned, we will be tracking those isolated gusty showers. There it is, really after 2 p.m. We're talking about 2:30, maybe near Jefferson County, but for the most part, not a lot of rain. I mean, if I put this in motion, you can see a couple of isolated showers towards the San Juan Mountains, but overall, very nice and clear, not a lot of cloud coverage. And then especially as we head into the evening hours and early parts of tomorrow morning, not a lot of rain in my forecast, so that's good news there. We do have an air quality alert, though. That's for the western slope. Once again, mainly for the ongoing wildfires towards the western slope. But if you have any respiratory issues, definitely stay inside or just limit time outside. Once again, I have asthma, so I can relate to you if you have asthma. It's okay. It's not embarrassing to use your inhaler. Every once in a while, you got to just take a puff of it and, open up those lungs. So I'm right there with you if you're in the western slope for this afternoon. Here's a look at tomorrow. Not a lot of rain in the forecast, or should I say tomorrow afternoon. Not a lot of rain in the forecast. We'll see an increase in cloud coverage once again into the afternoon hours. But what's in the forecast for tomorrow? Look at that. Of course, warmer temperatures. 97 degrees is what's forecast. I wouldn't be surprised if that temperature goes up just a little bit. But the record, if you were wondering, is 99, and that was set back in 2007. So, of course, we're getting very close and flirting around with those records. 99 once again, which was set back in 2007. And if we take a look at your highs across the entire state, noticing just very hot across the entire state. And the reason why is because that high pressure system kind of quickly approaching near the state of Colorado. But the upper 90s for the Eastern Plains, 98 in Fort Morgan, 97 in Sterling, 99 in Greeley, and then of course the further west you go, the hotter it gets. 100 degrees in Grand Junction. So so far they'll be the only ones in the triple digits, but of course I wouldn't be surprised if another couple of cities reach the triple digits. Like Greeley, you're at 99 degrees, very close to that record that we'll see here in Denver. So once again, let's take a look at so far that high pressure system and the reason that we're going to see the hot temperatures. There's the high pressure system kind of moving right over North Texas, and you can see how it's spinning clockwise. That's going to give us a little bit of wind conditions, some gusty wind conditions, especially towards the western slope. But overall, the warmer temperatures, kind of this mini heat streak for Wednesday through Friday. As we head into the weekend, we'll back off of temperatures just a little bit, but not a whole lot. Still seeing the low 90s. But if we take a look at your 7-day forecast, as I mentioned, tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, temperatures are really starting to heat up, but the main days will be Wednesday and Thursday, where we're getting to flirt with those records just a little bit. Thursday record will be 100 degrees, and don't forget that the Rockies will play on Friday. Hopefully we can pull out a win on KTVD, but overall, I believe they are on a 7-game losing streak. But we're not counting. We're just counting these temperatures. 94 on Friday, 92 on Saturday. The Broncos will play, and Marvin Mims and Nick Bonito actually texted me the other day asking what the weather was like because, they're ready for the game. And I told them, there's a chance for an isolated shower or two, but overall, I do believe the game will be okay. And I'm forecasting a lot of touchdowns as well. So hopefully we can get that win like we all want. I'm still working on, should I say, being a Broncos fan. I grew up in North Texas, so unfortunately I'm a Cowboys fan. But I gave myself this last year to be a Cowboys fan because, I don't know what's going on with Jerry Jones and just everything that's going on with that. So I'll be rooting from the Broncos from a distance, but I'll be at a lot of games this year, though. So hopefully they'll pull out the win on Saturday, even though it is just a preseason game. But overall, I hope everyone is enjoying your Tuesday, and I hope everyone has the great rest of your week. Overall, today, cooler temperatures, just a little bit warmer than yesterday with the upper 80s. But, boy, it's about to start getting hot as we head into Thursday as well as Friday. So don't forget to hydrate. Once again, I said this the other day. It's back to school, so a lot of kids are going to recess and, being outside. Don't forget to tell the kids to make sure they hydrate. They got to hydrate for recess in order to have a good time because I know the football out there at recess gets heated along with the weather itself. But thank you so much for joining in. I'm Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Jada Knowles.